Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NeverOpenPod podcast, the podcast open to everyone. Yeah, especially you, whoever needed to hear that. My name is Luke. I am your host of the NeverOpen podcast, and with me, as always, is. It's not working anymore. Mr. Guy, say hello, Mr. Guy.
Hello, Mr. Guy. Hello, Luke. Hello to the listeners. And yeah, everybody's welcome here, including you, dear listener, and you, Luke, and me.
Yeah.
And Jake Lee.
Jake Lee wasn't the biggest thing that fucking stank on night 3. I'm telling you that much.
That's what we're going to talk about. Is night 3.
Yes, we are here to talk about night 3 of the G1 Climax. Because if we don't do night 3 of the G1 Climax now, we're going to have to do night 3, night 4, night 5, and night 6. And we swore to ourselves we were never going to do a 4-episode show ever again.
We don't want to if we can avoid it, because good Lord,
right.
those are rough, and we need at least mediocrity, at least adequate, in order to release a podcast. And I don't feel that we can be adequate when we're doing 40 fucking matches. So,
no.
And that's at least good enough. We have to be at least good enough. So
that is true. And hopefully I can do a good enough bit of professionalism here, because there are ways that people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. We are on the Tweety, because I am never calling it the other thing. I am at Grumpy2EB. Mr. Guy is at Drucifer Tweets. Collectively, we are at NeverOpenPod. If you want to send us a written or voice email, you can do that too. NeverOpenPod at gmail.com. Also, if you've got any of that Sasha Banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where you can get merch that'll make you look never as fat. You can also see me do this intro right now by going to YouTube. Here we are. We are on YouTube, and you can see that on the YouTubes. We're at the Never Open Podcast. Search us up, give us a subscribe and a likes and all that kind of shit, and share it around, all that stuff. I never tell people to do any of that, but tell your friends. Even if they're not into wrestling, they won't understand a thing we're talking about, but they should listen to us anyway, because, our voices are soothing.
Just push play. We were talking about before we started recording is sometimes you need something to fall asleep to. Wouldn't you love to fall asleep to this?
Oh, my God. Like, I have fallen asleep to most of the podcasts I regularly listen to. So,
not this one.
That's the reason. The opposite might be the same, but I can't.
I just
weird.
Like, on the edge of my seat, always listening to our show, because I don't know what's coming. I don't know. But yes, Luke, it's night 3 of the G1 Climax 34. And we are at the Hiroshima Sun Plaza. And on commentary on English is Walker Texas Stewart. And later he will be joined by a Mopey, El Fantasmo. And I have a few comments about commentary tonight, because I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, no one spoiled any of the fucking finishes or said stuff like, hey, it's the opening night of the G1. Top guys lose all the time. No, there was not.
Brother.
Yeah, brother.
Hey, this guy's got a new gimmick, brother.
He's one step away from saying, like, that looked like it hurt for real.
Right. Oh, that's not good. So, but they did not do that tonight. There was a few kind of like kayfabe shattering things said by EOP, but they were in fun, and he's allowed to, because that's his character right now. And I do have a comment about a Walker Texas Stewart tweet that went out after the show or during the show that looked like it came from Chris Charlton's mouth, but we'll talk about that later.
You might be in Mr. Walker's ear doing some production stuff and stuff as well. So
he might be. Hey, tweet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a possibility, because Gino's made jokes like that before when he's done commentary. I think it was just Walker Stewart. He's like, oh yeah. That is.
You think so? You're doing the. Hi, I'm Walker Texas Stewart. I'm doing the commentary, and in his ear, he's saying, "Don't say that. Say this. It's coming to Japan. Oh my God!" That's what he's hearing in his ear.
Tell everybody that such and such never won here before, ever.
Tell people the finish.
Yeah. Then tell everyone how smart you are.
Oh man, thinly veiled.
Okay. Dude, he could write a fucking second book about New Japan Pro Wrestling, but it's like it's like the next 10 years of the future because he knows it.
It's called Eggs of the Future. So it's called. So his first book was
That's
called
it.
Eggs, but...
Oh my god. So all right, it is the G1 Climax. It's night 34. It's night 3. I'm at my night 1 notes. I didn't delete them all because I wanted to keep the scores fresh in my brain and not have to refer to fucking Wikipedia
Plus,
every
why
time.
would you ever delete them? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know why I would keep my... Who wants to read my old notes?
Because you may need to refer to them. That's what they're called. They're called notes for a reason. Because you may need to refer to them. Remember that one time we tried to record a podcast that didn't get recorded, and you were like, "Oh, I've already deleted the notes," and I was like, "Deleted? How much space could that possibly take up? Who cares? Just keep it. You know, like I'll send you a thumb drive, and you keep it on there. You know what I mean?"
Never notes.
Yeah.
Shut up. All right,
Don't bring up erasing notes. Sorry, it's my.
Sometimes I feel like I'm really savvy, and other times I feel like I'm an old man with technology. And I feel like you've experienced me being an old man with technology a few times.
Yeah.
You're kind of used to that.
Oh, I did want to tell you, I was watching New Japan through the Brave browser, and all of the ads that are on the ring, they just disappeared. Yano's entire entrance is just nothing. Like there's no sound during Yano's entire entrance because there's ads.
Yeah. Same with the ref doing his intro. It's like half of it's
exactly what I said.
Yeah. All right, cool. Right. So do you want to start us?
Sure. The opening match is Boltin Oleg, his partner and buddy Toru Yano, and our favorite young lion, the expressive Murashima versus Hanma, Goto, and Shomakato.
Dream within a dream.
We all live inside Murashima's dream, and I'm happy to be there, honestly. So there's preview stuff from Goto and Boltin Oleg, and Goto's even trying in the tag match. Like, whoa, whoa, man. He must have had
trying to make us a fan because, like,
that'll never happen. Not for me. So we get some really good young lion on young lion violence. You know, Murashima's using his face to let us know how he feels, which I enjoy that. And Oleg uses a bear hug on Shomakato and gut wrenches the shit out of him. Like I think he pooped a little. So Hanma and Yano barely do anything in this match. In particular, Hanma. He's like in at the beginning for 5 seconds. He does Kokeshi and misses, and that's it. That's so Boltin grabs out Shomakato for the win, and Boltin bows to Goto, who doesn't like it. He's like showing Goto respect by bowing to him. Maybe he's being shitty a little bit. You know what I mean? He learned that from Tanahashi. It's like the thumbs up thing, you know? And And Goto's like, I don't like it. You know, talk about old
I'm
men.
looking forward to, win or lose, I'm looking forward to Oleg tossing Goto around like he's a sack of shit. So that's going to be great.
Could you imagine Boltin Oleg, or excuse me, Goto trying to use the Brave browser and technology? I bet you that's a good time watching him try to do that.
Yeah. I introduced that to my dad the other day, and it blew his mind. He's like, and he figured out how to use it. So it's like, you didn't need any help. Whereas I was like, Charity, how do I? Yeah, or you, how do I do this? By the way, everyone, I just want to point this out. Andy brought this to my attention, and it's a little aside here, but anyone who doesn't use Brave browser, Brave should give me some fucking money by now.
Sponsored by Brave browser.
Anyone who uses Brave browser, by the way, don't pay extra for your streaming services to have the non-commercial tier, because Brave browser will cut out the fucking commercials. I've kept the Prime at the fucking low tier, and now I'm just like, screw your McDonald's ads. I don't even get them anymore.
Well, you know, the sad thing is Brave browser is probably collecting data on all of us, and you know, it's like they're selling it to advertisers anyway. So
look, just like I'm going to enjoy the ride while it lasts, because you know at some point it's going to fucking stop working.
Yeah.
Because there's and then you'll have to find another workaround that's easy for this stupid Luddite to fucking figure out. Yes. Maybe it should be called Cowardly, so it's harder to find. All right. Let's talk about the fucking wrestling. Next we got Bushi and Yoda Tsuji versus El Fantasmo and Jado.
Boo.
And Walker's like, ELP's got no friends. I'm like, Jado's right fucking there. Like, what are you talking about?
Doesn't count. We've established Jado doesn't count as a whole person. We've established that. He doesn't count as a whole wrestler. That's what I mean. So,
right. Okay. Also, Jado, dude, GOD are gone. So why are you coming out in your fucking GOD gear? None of this stuff anymore. You should be wearing like an ELP shirt. Like, that's who.
Or Master Heater shirt. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't care about that. Like, because if he did care, he would have sold the shirt that said, I don't care.
Did you notice that ELP has been like changing his entrances to, like, on the first night he just came out in like a t-shirt or just no shirt or something like that. Now he does have the jacket, but he didn't light it up. You know, like it's like he's slowly progressing, you know.
Oh yeah, he's doing things and adding things to this whole little I've lost my smile storyline, and yeah, like you, I'm into it. But there is a little moment there. ELP falls on the corner and kind of botches, and Jado holds out his hand. Jado pulls him up, and then they do the move. It was fucking cool. Fun. Yeah, I liked it.
He's selling his leg too because it's still hurt, you know.
Yeah. So I like that. Jado fucking tries a green killer in Yoda Tsuji, and I'm just like, lols. Are you fucking insane? That's not going to work. Oh, look, a curb stomp on Jado, and Yoda Tsuji wins. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's very windy.
But the wind was listening to you and agreed with whatever you said. They're like, yeah, Jado shouldn't try that shit. So, what did you think of Bushi's effort in this match?
Dude, Bushi and Honma got to fucking chill out tonight, didn't they?
So did Jado.
You'd think they were in a fucking tournament, but no, they're not. But the two tournament guys, yeah, get in there, man. Do some previous shit. Bushi's just like here chilling, doing the whole sweetie thing like on the side there. Like, yeah.
I'd be totally fine if I never watched Jado wrestle again. I'd be totally cool with that. You know what I mean? I know he's free. You don't got to pay him to come in and wrestle. He's already, you know. But man, like, goddamn, it's rough. What happened to? Where's Yuji Nagata? You know, where's some of these guys? Where's Brett? Where's people we want to see? But it's fine.
Brett's too busy winning all the indie gold in America.
Is he still doing that? Anyway, all right. Next, Luke, we have some wrestlers I want to see. We have Henare tagging with Akira versus Finley and Gato. And how fun is Gato? See, I can't stand watching Jado wrestle, but Gato, I love it. It's so fun. So this is a good match. Juniors start because Finley is an asshole and he won't start, you know? And the crowd's like, we don't like it. But they're really only here to see one person. So Akira goes after the beard in response to Gato going for eye rakes, and the crowd loves that. Finley and Henare fight into the crowd a little. There's a bunch of heat on Akira, and then Finley barks, but guess what? Crowd ain't barking back to Finley. That ain't for him. So I thought that was really funny. He barks, they're like,
it's weird. Like the Bullet Club War Juniors have this really cool, dangerous kind of heat. Gabe Kidd has that kind of heat that he has, right? But David Finley, he's got the House of Torture heat.
Yeah, a little bit. They don't like him. But but they do appreciate his wrestling. You know what I mean? He gets the when he hits an awesome move sometimes too. So, you know, I mean, there is that. But they definitely want Henare to fuck him up. And that match is really good. So we get a roll through stomp from Akira, and Henare tags in and he beats Finley post to post. And Finley gets the backbreaker, and the juniors are back in. Akira runs wild and looks up at the crowd, gives us a big "let's go," which I appreciated. And then the heavies coming back in for a bunch of strikes. And even though they are not legal, we get a cactus clothesline and they just lay on the floor selling. Meanwhile, in the ring, Akira kills Gato and pins him after fireball knees.
Yes, that's true. And that backbreaker that Finley gives Henare, he kind of sold his leg really well too after he did it. Because Henare is a big lad. So, yeah.
That move looks like it probably feels like falling on a pillow. The way that he does it. But it like, that's the kayfabe thing. Or the kayfabe thing is it breaks his back. But the way that the guys land and then just kind of softly float to the floor, it's like Undertaker choke slam. You know, it just looks so
Yeah.
fun. It looks fun. So.
That's right. What's it feel like to be in a submission hold for Okada? Like being in a cloud.
Yeah. Well, at this point, ELP does join English commentary for
Yes,
this
he
next
does.
match.
He does. He does join on commentary, and it is the only B block match tonight because this is a pickup match because we didn't get Jeff Cobb versus Konosuke Takeshita on the other night, so we're getting it now. Can I just say also that I had a really busy day the night this was on, and you were about to have one. So I know people listening might have been a bit that it wasn't 10 tournament matches, but I'm just going to say, as someone who has to take notes, and it's nice sometimes when there's a busy day that half of it was preview tags.
I mean, if G1's going to take a month, whether it's all at once or it's the whole month, it's going to take a month. So, I mean, they can fuck off with these 10 match days. They can do that every once in a while, but let's not do it all the time, okay?
That's right. Indeed. All right. So it is Jeff Cobb versus Takeshita. Mm-hmm. They're both on 2 points. Al Phantasmo's on commentary. You're right. This is not only both men's first meeting, it's the first time they've been in the ring together. So, wow.
Probably second time they've been on the same show. You know what I mean? Because they were like both on Forbidden Door, but other than that, probably haven't even been on the same show.
That's right. Takeshita, he manages a early big boot and a lariat that takes Cobb off his feet right away. Any other wrestler, he's going to do that stagger kind of thing, or he's just going to no-sell the first couple, Nah, Cobb's down. Cobb launches, it's not quite a pounce because he kind of just pushes, but he launches Takeshita right across the fucking ring, and Takeshita fucking goes for it too. Just wow. That was a nice little bump. Cobb then serves Takeshita, and because Yano's on commentary on the Japanese commentary, he faces Yano and he does all the Yano little poses and stuff, which is really cool. Cobb decides he wants an apron suplex, but he fails and eats a Canadian fist and a tope con hero. Takeshita climbs the top rope, eats a drop kick, and it's a super gut wrench plex. Holy shit. For fucking 2. You know how we'll watch the odd junior match and the junior match will be all action, light selling, and it's all high flying action they're selling? This is the kind we've mentioned this before, but this is the heavyweight version of that, where we're just going to do big moves to each other for however long this match goes for and just make each other look fucking awesome by bumping like crazy people. So that's the fucking hell. By the way, that's like, I'm not even halfway through my notes when I get to super gut wrench plex for 2.
That was great, man.
Yeah.
What a fucking move.
Oh, he gets a 2. Oh, he doesn't dwell on it. Standing moonsault for 2. Fucking hell. Takeshita catches Cobb on the top rope this time. Superplex. The ring fucking bounces.
So did Kenta Sato. Kenta Sato went bouncing away,
Yeah, I saw that too, man.
Have you ever jumped on a big trampoline?
Yeah.
You have, right? Like that thing you can do where if you both land a little not quite at the same time, it like launches the other person. That is why the refs jump a lot of times when guys are hitting the mat. And Kenta Sato didn't jump, so he got fucking launched, man, because he was like trying to get the fuck out of the way because they almost landed on him, and he goes boo and goes fucking flying. That was fun, man.
Dude, that was fucking incredible. And then Takeshita, he just flips out of a German suplex and hits a poison rana on Cobb. Cobb hits a fucking lariat and both men are down. Now I'm halfway through my notes. Jesus Christ, I'm just like, this match is awesome. This is my shit. This is the dude I've been watching just crush it at AEW, just blowing my mind. And here he is in the G1 Climax. It's like a hard-fought bridging German, which is absolutely incredible. There's this power drive knee that Takeshita likes, jumping knee strike. But he goes for that, but no. Fucking spin cycle and a fucking uranagi. It's like a big-ass, deep uranagi, too. Fucking hell. And then like a hammer and sickle. I'm like, fucking hell. do these guys like each other? Jesus, it's awesome. Cobb hits the sloppiest looking runner you've ever seen, but who cares? I'm allow it. Hey, I don't know, man. The man does so much cool shit. It's like, his Rana is about as good as Shingo's kicks, and that's a Rana. So, like, I'm
it's
okay
a
with it.
little better than Shingo.
It's a little better, yeah.
At least it happened, you know.
There's a blue thunder bomb on Cobb for 2. Both men hit those big knees, and then I hear it. 10 minutes. 10 minutes have passed. I'm like, fucking what? Takeshita smacks Cobb with this huge elbow shot, and oh man, then another fucking shot and a blue thunder bomb, and Takeshita is on 4, Cobb on 2. And the story of this match isn't just that Takeshita pinned Cobb. He pinned him in under 15 minutes.
That's right, yeah, because Cobb is saying that he's trying to keep the rules, you know, in the tournament. I'm confused because the move I keep seeing him hit to win is a Falcon Arrow. But like they're calling, but they've been calling his finish a Blue Thunderbomb. I'm a little confused.
That's my confusion. So I should have paid attention to what the action.
That's all right. I mean, but they earlier in the match, like they're towards the end, actually, when he hit that first Blue Thunder bomb Takeshita did, he did the Cobb thing where Cobb was coming off the ropes and he used the momentum of Cobb coming towards him, just like Cobb does on the Tour of the Islands sometimes, which I thought was pretty cool.
Dude, I kind of wanted you to start so I could talk about this match. I was a little selfish there, Mr. Guy. So thank you so much for that. I loved it. Absolutely. Everyone, this isn't our favorite night on the G1, but this match is definitely one to watch.
Definitely.
It's like my second favorite match of the night, I would say.
They're both on 2 points now? Is that right?
Correct. No, Takeshita is on 4 points.
4. Okay. Well, there you go. 4 and then Cobb on 2. Well, next, Luke, we have Newman versus Zack Sabre Jr. And Newman needs a skateboard with this. He's got the worst. His fucking pop punk entrance music is real bad, but it's at least he has it. So
his theme tune's played by the same guitarist that does sonatas. I can tell, man.
Yeah. So both these guys are British, right? Therefore, they must pay homage to the world of sport, and they do. You know, and I was thinking it'd be pretty fun for a British guy to win the King of Pro Wrestling Championship and only do you know, British rounds matches. That would be kind of cool, man. I would dig that. So
yeah, same.
So these boys run the ropes, and Newman gets the drop down and sends Zack Sabre Jr. to the floor. And there's a couple times in this match where drop downs are successful, which is interesting. So there's a triangle moonsault from Newman, but Zack Sabre Jr. likes to be in the ring, so I guess Newman's safe here. You know, back in the ring, Zack Sabre Jr. starts some fuck your arm with the old homie arm whip. He does the arm stomp thingy, and then they get in a big like pump kick battle. Prince of Pace spot, and Newman sells his arm in between each like strike and each thing he's doing. It's very good. He's
putting it together, isn't he?
Yeah, he wins a strike exchange and gets a buzzsaw kick for 2. Pretty cool. Tornado DDT from Zack Sabre Jr., and he holds on, turning that into a guillotine. But Newman suplexes Zack Sabre Jr. to counter that. So, like, guillotine suplex. That was cool, man. Really dope wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
So Newman does a cyclone kick, but Zack Sabre Jr. catches his leg and puts him in a knee bar for a rope break spot. There's super dope reversals right and left, and Newman gets a 2 with an O'Connor roll style pin that was real close. He tries the Os Cutter, but it's more dope reversals. Code red for 2 from Newman. And then triangle, what's that mean? Oh yeah, triangle reversal. So the deal where Zack Sabre Jr.'s got him in the triangle, but it's like, you know, he goes for the power bomb from Newman, but Zack Sabre Jr. locks it in again after the power bomb. And Newman has to give up. So Zack Sabre Jr. is on 6 points. Newman is on 2. Zack Sabre Jr. has not lost yet.
No, he has not. I expected him to either run the tournament, lose in a final, something like that, maybe. This is like you might have thought, hey, Callum and Zack Sabre Jr. Callum's been fucking pissed off with Zack Sabre Jr. for ages. There's a tiny little bit more towards the end, right near that triangle choke, which, like, they're in the same position, and Callum has an opportunity just to reach the ropes. but instead of just grab, instead he gets his leg a little bit loose and decides it's a better idea to stomp Zack Sabre Jr.'s fucking face.
That was funny.
So he gets about 2 of those in before Zack's just like, well, now I've fucking got all your limbs, bitch. And yeah, then Callum has to tap out because Zack Sabre Jr.'s been fucking toying with this poor kid like his food, right? And Callum knows this. At least that's the story in my head. And he gets really close, but then like he'll just get fucking pissed off at this guy, right? So I kind of like it. I kind of like that Zack Sabre Jr. is Callum Newman's, Callum's Moby, the Moby Dick captain and whatever.
He's
You know what I'm
Captain
talking
Ahab.
about.
Yeah.
Ahab, thank you.
Or is that
Thank
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? I don't know.
Well, he's Picard and the other dude's the Borg or something.
Yeah, James T.
Contact.
Kirk and the Gorn.
That's
It's the same thing.
That's right. Oh, man. I like the Gorn in Strange New Worlds as well. But anyway, let's go to our next match, which is Shingo on 2 points versus the Greater Khan, who's on 0 points. So Greater Khan, his match quality, by the way, does not reflect the scoreboard that he has. I just want to put that out there because I have loved all of his matches, and this one's no exception. So there's an early shitty foot cover on Shingo for Greater Khan. Of course, it's only for one. Shingo's like, you fuck. Greater Khan, his plan for this match is to kind of lure Shingo in when he starts going through strikes, and then just either try to get like a judo throw in, or just grind him down with submissions and just fucking grind and grind and grind. And that sounds slow, doesn't it? It sounds slow when I describe it. Like, Shingo's going to do all this cool shit. Oh no, Greater Khan's just going to shut him down and just grind him down. It's not like that. Greater Khan's got an interesting way of moving and putting people into holds or just pulling out throws. And he's just fascinating to watch when he's taking control of someone. It's just great stuff. And that's what that match is. Like Greater Khan taking Shingo's punishment, then either grinding him down or pulling. And then not only that, he pulls out the awesome spinning back thing that he does that I don't know the name of, that he usually pulls out for big matches. Well, you're wrestling Shingo. It's a big match. Pull it out. And he does. But and Shingo's won like this a few times against non-young lions and stuff, but I still wasn't too happy with it. But Shingo catches Greater Khan in a pin after knocking him the fuck out with a sliding, pumping bomber. Shingo on 4, Greater Khan on 2. El Phantasmo, when Shingo walks past him after the match, ELP says, good job, daddy.
Yeah, he was like, when the match began, like he said, oh, daddy's here, you know?
Oh, yeah.
ELP does not like Greater Khan's gimmick either. He doesn't get it. He's never seen Mr. Vampire. So he's like, what the fuck is all this bullshit, you know? I thought it was interesting how whenever they did mat wrestling, Greater Khan dominated. Whenever they did strikes, Shingo dominated. Whenever they did power moves, it was kind of even, you know? So
it was great.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like both those guys. So Greater Khan, poor guy, keeps losing. But, you know, it's funny. After the match, too, Shingo picks up the King of Pro Wrestling Championship. Is like, I don't want this.
He's already been that.
That was really fun.
Tell you what, though, his run on that gave us the daddy story, gave us some good Tai Chi shit, and it kind of made Hanare too. Yeah,
I agree. Shingo's very valuable.
So people can shit on that King of Pro Wrestling title all they want, but in some strange way, it does some magic.
Well, you know, one thing you won't shit on is this next match. It is Shota Umino versus Gabriel Kidd.
This is my favorite match of the night.
Oh, this is a good one, man. And Ref Chumpy is here, which I appreciated. Now, Gabe Kidd does the Mike Tyson thing, and I don't mean, you know, crimes. What I mean is that he does not break eye contact with Shota Umino until they start wrestling. So like Shota comes out first, he's in the ring, and Gabe Kidd comes from the back and just he doesn't bark, he doesn't say a word. He just goes to the ring and just stares at Shota Umino the whole time.
He even disrobes on the ramp.
It's great, man. I love that. And there are massive Gabe Kidd chants in the crowd. I mean, it's like,
He's catching on, isn't he? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, he's
because
getting
he's
over,
fucking
man.
awesome.
So Shota respects the clean break, and Gabe does not. And you get the feeling we're gonna do like these two guys have come out here and go, and they want to show everybody that we can do the main event heavyweight style match that New Japan's known for as good as anybody, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
So Gabe does not respect the rope break, of course. But we get all kinds of dope reversals to start where they try to hit their finishes around each other, which, we've said that so many times in matches where that's how it starts. They run the ropes and flex in each other's faces, which I thought was funny. And Shota lands the first advantage with a drop kick, right? Kid's defiant, though, and he has he gets some of his own offense in. They call spots in the corner, which is like, oh, but whatever. And a Kid hits a Saito suplex for a double down. We get a mirror of the offense Shota hit with Kid doing the same thing. It's like they do the big mirror spot thing, which is cool. Big strike exchanges, and the Gabe Kid hits like scary headbutts that are like, hey, no, this is the beginning of the tournament. Okay, let's stop.
The thing is, like, you see Gabe Kid's eyes in this match, and Shooter doesn't start that way, but he'll get there. But Gabe Kid's eyes look fucking like, on the outside, he looks stone fucking cold. On the inside, he's screaming, "I hate you!"
Yeah,
over and over again.
It's great.
Hell.
Well, that's interesting you say that because he's usually talking shit the whole match, and he's not in this one. He does like towards the end a little bit.
This is blood feud shit. Like, I want to see these guys have a cage. You know what I mean? Like some kind of blood feud match. Maybe put a friggin' leather strap between them or something. That'll work better for New Japan.
Well, after the headbutts, Gabe Kid brabs Shota Umino. And man, Marty doesn't want to do it, but he looks down at Shota Umino's like,
give up.
And Shota Umino does not. Then Kid does a little trash talking, and he hits a bunch of nasty slaps. And this match has a lot of very violent slapping going on and stuff like that, where it's interesting because I just said it's basically the format of the New Japan heavyweight match, but it's got some very Noah things going on with it, like this insane slapping that just interrupts whatever's going on all the time. So we get it. This is pretty funny. Shota Umino looks at the crowd after like winning a little strike exchange, and he goes, "Let's go!" And I appreciate it. Everybody's doing the "let's go" tonight, which is funny. So he gets some of his shit in, and then we get big time main event, huge move strike reversals. Gabe Kid spits on Shota, and Shota wipes it all over his own face. Oh, that was gross. So, but he's mad now. So he starts.
I like that he doesn't start as mad. Sorry, man. I like that he doesn't start off as mad as Gabe Kid because, hey, I'm here with the glow sticks. I'm here for the kids. And Gabe kind of has to wake him up for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's unlocked, Shota Umino here. So he stomps Gabe Kid in the corner, and Marty's like, "No, Shota, you can't do that!" And he throws Marty away.
Oh!
So I thought that was funny. There's a huge, crazy slap battle. Marty ends up getting thrown to the mat again somehow, and they just keep hitting each other with huge slaps over and over. It's extremely violent, all right? And it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, this is getting a little chippy here. This is take it easy, guys. We got some live rounds going on. It's great. I love it. So we get more big reversals. They run the ropes. Kid bites Shota to avoid the package suplex thing he does. Pile driver for 2, and we see a shot of Shota with his eyes rolled back in his head, selling on the mat, and it's like, that is awesome. That was awesome.
Dude, he's got to keep doing that for reals because that's a great visual.
Well, that's when you say, "Oh, this guy's a star," it's like
he is. I don't care if his dad's a ref.
I could qualify that by talking about a moment like this. He knows the camera's right there. He knows what we're seeing, and he, does something amazing. So, I mean, it's like that's what we're talking about when we say this guy's a star, So, Kid's now bleeding from the mouth. He tries another brab, but a high angle version. And Shota says, "Fuck you, Gabe," which I thought was great.
Love it.
So...
I like that Gabe takes him at his word, too, because Shooter looks up at him. And he looks like he says, "Fuck you, Gabe. I'll never quit." Gabe looks down at him and takes him at his word. And all right, fine.
Dr. Bomb. Kid wins. So, which I don't think he's ever won with that. He gets and showed his barely conscious face after the match. And this is like as real as it gets without being real. I thought it was tremendous. Kid's on 6 points. He has not lost yet. And Shota Umino is on 2. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay,
They're going to turn Shooter around and get him some wins,
sure.
no problem. I'm not worried about grade. I used to be worried when someone would start off with 0 points or 2 points after 3 matches, and now we've watched enough of these, and it's a bit. I'm just like, yeah, there's plenty of matches to come.
Won't be long before you've watched G1s for 10 years.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, yeah, that's good, right?
You know? It won't be too much longer after that. We will have been doing this podcast for almost the 10 years as well. But yeah, that was probably the best match of the night. It was pretty awesome. It's like, again, when we go back and look at this G1 in the future, we'll talk about the giant turnover. Did the guys that stepped into the Tanahashi roles and the Okada roles, did they stand up? Did they do a great job? And yes, they are. So here we are.
Bullet Club's David Finlay is at the risk of being completely overshadowed by this fucking madman.
And that could be a story, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, dude. They're both stars. And they both showed it. Like when these guys talk their shit and say, we're the future, no, I'm the future, no, I'm the future. I'm like, I'm the taco girl here saying, yeah, you're both the future. And I can't wait to see these dudes kick each other's asses some more. Like, fuck.
I'm not trying to poo-poo what you just said, but I think we should stop talking about them being the future. They're now. It's now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not. They're not the future anymore. They're now. And so people keep saying that, and it's like they talk about everyone like that, and it's like these guys been around now for a long time. They are like established guys. So I wasn't trying to poo-poo you.
No, I get your point. Like some of they've been here over a year.
Let's give them the credit that they deserve. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, maybe one day they'll be good. No, they're great now, so.
Absolutely.
I'm fired up.
So it's great. Like, it's hard not to feel fired up after a match like that, isn't it? It's a pity that the next 2 matches don't light my fire. In fact,
it should though, Luke. You are a huge fan of, Evil in particular, House of Torture, but you were also a big fan of LIJ and Evil when he tagged with Sonata.
Yeah,
this should hit, right?
This should hit, but for me, I think this match has the same problem as Evil and Jake Lee, in that there's lots of good stuff in this match. It's just too long. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, but it's Hiroshima, which is an LIJ city.
Yeah,
and you would think that that's why this is in the semi-main, because and these 2 guys are top guys pretty much.
Yeah,
but it's like I get it, but man, they really were like, oh, well, we gotta take a bunch of time, and they sure did.
Yeah, they sure did. Also, I know they're top guys and they're really good wrestlers. I felt bad for both of them having to follow like what I just saw, because that match was fucking amazing. There's a Evil talks shit, of course, and he's like, you might as well just lay down and stuff. So Sonata lays down.
Well, I give the shirt. What about the shirt and all that? Yeah.
What about the shirt?
Well, okay, so Evil comes out and he has a House of Torture shirt, and he says, "Hey, everybody, I've talked to Sonata backstage. Right. He's joining House of Torture." And Sonata's like, "I sure am." And he puts the shirt on. You could see it's already cut, right? It's already gimmicked so that he can rip it off like Hulk Hogan, which is funny. So, and then he lays down like, "Yep, I'm in House of Torture now." And then he's like, "Wait a second, no, I'm not." And honestly, lame as fuck. That was lame as fuck.
Can I admit something to you? It's probably been a little while coming, but I got to say it finally right now. I haven't been into Sonata since he lost the title.
Yeah, I didn't really love his title reign that much either. So I mean,
I kind of liked it because it was. I don't care, man. I kind of liked it because it was like the rise of like Just 5 Guys, and they were doing something with him finally. They finally pulled the trigger on the poor guy. So like I was interested. Like it was decent.
Is he your least favorite of the five guys?
Yes.
Yeah, right. And he should be the main guy. Like it's according to the lore of New Japan, he would be like the guy you
Well,
care the most about.
you say that, but like Shingo's my favorite LHA member, but Naito's fucking awesome, right?
Well,
Gabe
we'll
Kidd's
talk
probably
about
my
that.
favorite dude. So I don't know, but it's just I guess they've got this spot. All the tag matches that were on the preview tags. So you wonder why there's no tournament matches that have like that short feel to them tonight. It's because that's what the fucking tag
Right.
matches are for. That's why Honma only got a failed Kakeshi in, because it's like, get the fuck out. We got tournament matches to go to.
Could have let Murashima and Kata wrestle a little longer and maybe take a couple minutes away from this match.
But after the roll up for two, Sonata and Evil, they're on the outside of something like that, or Evil's talking more shit. Sonata rings the bell, and there's a laugh from the crowd, and I'm like, I like that. There's a bit of personality from Sonata there. It's pretty cool. There's a Paradise Lock early on as well, and all that stuff. And you feel like this makes it feel like this is all in the first like opening, what we've spoken about, right? So you're just like, this is going to be really fun, kind of good pace to it. All right, I can kind of get into this groove. And then it fucking slows down. God damn. Like, I'm surprised that these two have such a slow-paced kind of clunker. I don't know. Maybe you liked it more than I did, but
I'm not surprised that Evil slowed the match down. That's what he does.
No,
You know what I mean?
know. No, that's not what I mean. Like, I'm not meaning. No. I like Evil matches. I think I'm on the record. I'm entertained by Evil. He'll shut down things to milk booze and things like that. I know what he's doing. That's fine. But yeah, is it like
there should be tons of heat? These guys should kill each other, but they never have. They never have like had that blood feud, and they should. They were tag partners.
Like Evil betrayed this motherfucker. Like Sonata shouldn't be. Like, I know there's a funny spot of him ringing the bell and the Paradise Lock and stuff, but you know what I would have done? Paradise Lock, grabbed a chair, put it right in front of Evil's face, and drop kicked it into him or something. Like, hey, asshole, it's on. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Holy shit. Fantasy Dream Book, Sonata, use chair for Paradise Lock. Fuck. I've never seen it. Has he done that before?
Remember the other day when Great O'Khan used 4 chairs for one of his spots? And it was amazing.
I feel like Sonata's best match so far is against Jake Lee. Yeah, these two should have more heat rather than this fun kind of one-upsmanship thing they seem to have instead. Whereas I'm stealing your move. No, I'm stealing your move. I can do it better. No, I can do it better. Oh, and also I'm cheating as well. So it's fun. I get they're going for this fun vibe, but because House of Torture can be cartoonish, but sometimes like that's not going to work. There's some opponents where I'm just like kill each other. Like this is one of those, and it's not. It's fine. Like it's not terrible. It's just not quite what I wanted from these two. But Evil wins with an everything is Cold Skull. So he kind of does the everything is evil, then kind of puts the Cold Skull thing on it as well, Stank. Wow. But yeah, Evil's on 6 points, undefeated. Sonata on 2. See, now I'm strapped in for a whole bunch of Evil losses because but they always keep him strong. He's always he'll make it to at least 10 or in the the top 4 of the bracket every year.
A bunch of people and ruin their tournaments and stuff.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be great. I thought Marty was amazing in this match, and he's kind of who saved it for me a little bit as far as making it entertaining. They did do the Abe spot twice right in a row, which was pretty funny. Also, there was a very amusing moment on commentary where, Sonata, he's running wild. He hits the plancha. He points at his ears. He pops the pecs, and fucking ELP goes, nice tits. And then to Walker, he says, can you do that? And Walker just immediately goes, yeah. And then there's just a long comedic silence that was like, that's good. That was good. It was so funny, man. So that was one of many moments, maybe my favorite moment on commentary that night, but there was a bunch of good ones. So I don't know. I thought it was fine. I thought this next match would be something different than what it was. So the main event of this night is Jake Lee versus Naito, which is a big match. It's like a return match, right? They already wrestled, and didn't Jake Lee beat him, and he's got to get his win back or some shit. It's in Hiroshima, which is the Carp's hometown. That's Naito's adopted hometown.
This has a big feel to it, Ryan.
Yeah, it should, right?
Yeah.
Well, I will say, let's say some good things about this first. First of all, I love Jake Lee's character. I love that he puts cologne on before he gets in the ring. We haven't talked about that in a while, but that shit is so fucking funny. So that's so old school. Gorgeous George did shit like that. You know what I mean? That is one of the, I love when super old school shit like that works its way into Japanese wrestling of all places and is something new again. I love that. So that is something I can say that's good. Naito is the champion. That's something else I could say that is good about him. But I think we talked about it on the last episode that Naito's entering a new phase of his career where, I don't know, brother. It's just like, I think his eyes are bigger than his stomach when it comes to some of the matches that he can do. And this is an example of that, in my opinion. So also, he's wrestling a guy who doesn't really want to cooperate that much and isn't that good. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's that he's not good.
Yeah. Can I also add that, all right, Naito, you're the champ. You're of the number one company in Japan. You're wrestling a guy who has some cool moves and a great look. And I kind of like his character too. So I like aspects of him, right? I guess. I can't believe I just said that about Jake Lee. He's even got my cousin's name. Like I have a cousin named Jake Lee. So he's got, but he is not the best in-ring performer. So Naito, work with that. Accentuate the positives, hide the negatives. Like, I hate to say it, but the Carter would have accentuated the two positives, right? Like, I don't know.
The thing is, like, he didn't make the adjustments in this match to make it good. To be like, okay, Jake Lee's limited. Here's what we can work around. Let's do that, right? That's so like, to me, most people that don't know anything about wrestling might think, oh, well, if you're the champion, everyone's got to adjust to you. But no, that's why you're the champion, because you can adjust to everybody, right? Yeah. And you can have a great match with everybody.
That's right.
I think that's what happened here, is that you had kind of like Naito's not making adjustments, and maybe that's him communicating how he feels about this matchup to management and to all of us. I don't know. But it turns into a match that's not that great. And it's kind of scary at times and just weird.
You're underselling it, man. I thought this match fucking sucked.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about it. Let's go through it and talk about what sucked about it, because I definitely wrote it down. So Jake Lee doesn't respect the rope break, right? And Naito immediately botches getting thrown out of the ring. I mean, immediately he gets thrown out of the ring and goes neck first into the ropes. Whose fault is that? I don't know.
Yeah, that was
like, I don't know. It was so bad.
That was fucking like, I hope that was kind of planned, but even if it was, don't do that. No, he fucking fell, didn't he?
Yeah. So that's immediately happening, and you're kind of like, uh-oh. So Jake Lee does a spot, sends him to the outside on the other side of the ring. We'll do it over here. Maybe that'll be better. And Naito tranquilos after using momentum from a Jake Lee Irish whip to get back in the ring. He whipped himself around. That was kind of cool, but he didn't make it to the center of the ring. He's near the rope. I don't know. There's everything about this is ugh. So Jake Lee's entertaining. He is a smart bastard, and he points at his head to prove it after hitting some offense. He takes Naito to the stage and hits a DDT. Naito gets in at 19, and that was a pretty well executed spot there. There's a PK and a sleeper hold from Jake Lee. Jake Lee spits on the cameraman after spamming the pin and almost winning, and we're okay. We're doing okay, but I just wrote right here, this match is not good. So all these things I'm telling you happened with a little trouble. You know what I mean? Almost everything that happened had a little trouble with it. Just
Yeah.
didn't look right. And then it gets worse and worse.
The
So
wrong kind of stank on it. Yeah.
yes, they have communication issues many times during this match where you can tell that they're just looking at each other. Do I go? Are you going? Who's going? Somebody's going. You know, like that. That's the champion takes control there, right? I mean,
That's young lion shit, right? Like,
I mean, it happens more in wrestling than we know about, I'm sure.
oh yeah.
But it's like when it's noticeable and then it happens again, like literally, like you're doing back to back to back
with the champion.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So we rarely rip a match apart like this,
dude. We're Naito fans. Like, but I feel like if we see a really good match by a wrestler that we're not into, like Titan or Goto, we're fucking paying it, and we're saying that he was awesome in this match, even if we don't fucking gel with that person, right? Yo, even I'll put him over if the match is great. And then the opposite is true too. We love Naito, but holy fuck.
All right, so I agree, and yes, this is I wouldn't say this stuff if it wasn't deserved. But anyway, Jake Lee, when Naito gets some of his fuck your neck, and then Jake Lee tries a pin with his foot, and Red Shoes is like, nope. I'm like, good job. Marty earlier in the show counted Evil's pin with his foot on Sonata, which I was upset about.
Well, one of the others counted Great Khan's shitty fucking foot one too.
Probably Sakamoto.
That's the thing I like about. That's one of like the Red Shoes traits that I really like. Like, fuck you, man. I'm not counting that.
I like when he literally hides his eyes. That's so funny. He's like, can't see it. Nope. Like we're little kids. So anyway, then we get a very weird moment, which I liked, but I don't think most people like this. So Jake Lee does evil, like cartoonish, maniacal laughing and yells "fuck you" to the crowd, right? And I thought the timing was funny. I thought it worked, but the next thing that happens after this is one of the scariest things in the match. Naito tries to go to the top rope, right? And Jake Lee's supposed to like grab him or something, but he misses. So Naito's already falling into him because he's supposed to be grabbed, and Jake Lee has to go, oh, and then grab. It's not good. So it buried Naito. That buried Naito big time. And like as far as like that's one of those things you can't do. So Naito almost dies there. He has to catch Naito, exposes pro wrestling as a work brother, and there are like 3 botches in a row, including a Destino reversal that is just like you can't even tell what it was. So Naito stumbles every single time he lands, and not in a way where he's selling, like in a way like my knees are made of powder, and that's what happens when I land. So maybe I shouldn't land from tall places anymore. Maybe I shouldn't. That's what we're trying to say. At least that's what I'm saying. Is that if you're limited, that's okay. Do those things that you can do. Don't come out here and try to do Destinos on a 7-foot tall guy. That's not going to help you. You know, so
I love Shingo. I don't need to see him master the art of kicking. I'm happy with his offense the way it is. Thank you so much. Yes.
There's a really great looking knee lift from Jake, and he spits again. I was like, oh, that was cool. Then he absolutely stiffs Naito in the face with a kick that was like, oh my God. If they could kick you out of the tournament, I bet they would. So, I mean, it was just a roundhouse kick basically to the face, and he just kicked Naito in the face. So the crowd cheers for Naito here because they did not like that. Awful looking choke slam Destino counter, and Naito wins, and this match is mercifully over. But guess what? We got to continue to bury Naito because Jake Lee no-sells the finish and runs around going all mad, yelling at everybody. Naito is dead in the ring, meanwhile. I don't know what that was supposed to communicate at all other than Destino is a shitty move. Now, after the match, Walker Texas Stewart tweeted, the Destino doesn't work anymore. You need a new move. And when I read that, I was thinking, that's a dumb thing to say. But now after going back through this match, I don't think that's the story they're trying to tell. That sounds, I still think that's kind of like a Chris Charlton tweet. But that's what I was talking about earlier when I was saying, but at the same time, I don't think that's what the story is. I think this match was just a piece of shit. And Naito's on 2 points. Jake Lee's on 4.
So, Naito is bad in this match. And because Naito is bad, a man who I want to like, but has limited abilities, because Naito isn't being successful in making himself or Jake Lee look good. How Jake Lee, who's not as good as Naito, is probably going to fucking match that energy or something, right? You know, like, fucking hell. It's like, which one of them backstage was like, nah, we'll just call it in the ring?
Yeah, that's almost
I
like
think that happened. Did that happen?
they
This is
had
the
some
opposite of
things planned, but
like in my brain when I watch an El Fantasmo or a Zack Sabre Jr. match, I'm like, man, they had a good old chat with the wrestlers or something. Even if they didn't, I feel like, man, that was well thought out and put together. There's great story there. Both, like, I noticed Robbie Eagles as well, you know, like they pay attention and all this kind of stuff. But this feels like they both wrestled the whole match in a fucking t-shirt or something. Not only that, this is the second time we've shit on a Tetsuya Naito match in whatever, and they're very close apart. I'm talking about Forbidden Door, the semi-main event.
that was bad.
Naito versus Moxley, and I don't think Moxley was the reason that match was bad. I think it was Naito. Yeah. All I can say is they better strap a rocket on one of these fucking younger generation motherfuckers and start Tanahashiing / Okadaing them up, because I think I need a new top guy. I'm right. Maybe it's too soon for that, but there's something off. Is I think the thing we're trying to say, because you even said it to me last night that we're happy Naito's the champ, but this might be his worst year for match quality, and I don't think I disagree with that.
His match quality's been real bad this year, and that's fine. I'm not mad about it, but we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, oh man, so that was night 3 of the G1. Now we get our first like actual test. It's a 3-day stretch of wrestling every day, you know, and then a 1-day break. So our next episode will be covering nights 4 through 4, 5, 6 of the G1 Climax. And I'm fired up, Luke. We're doing good so far. We are.
We are, aren't we? Please tell us. Like, Mr. Guy blew my mind with the fact that I don't ask about numbers that much, that we at least get over triple figures. And I'm like, whoa, that's fucking cool. Wait a minute.
Big month.
That means 0% of our listenership emails us. Fuck you. No, but seriously, fuck you. And our email address is NeverOpenPod@gmail.com. Silly questions, fun questions, serious ones, I don't care. Just say hi. I won't even put on a funny voice unless you find my voice funny already. Then, well, tough shit. I don't know.
I think a lot of people are listening that aren't watching the G1. You know what I mean? But we have had kind of like a little boost for some reason, and it's like the older episodes. I don't know why. It's like somebody's, a bunch of people are going back through and listening to all the episodes. So that's pretty cool, man. I hope they enjoy it. I think we get better as we go. There's some sound quality issues in some of the early episodes.
Oh my God. So. Remember the Dalek era? Oh man. Hell.
Made me so mad. But anyway, I'm in a much better place now, and so is our sound quality. So that's good.
Hell yes. All right, man. Fucking 3 nights down. I don't want to know how many more nights to go, because I want this tournament to last forever and ever.
I'm thinking just 1 month. 1 month.
Oh yeah, 1 month is that'll be. Yep, I agree.
Forever. You won't. I won't be thinking that on night 19 or whatever.
No. So. We'll do 3 nights in a row, and I'll be like, motherfucker, I want a day off. I like this a lot. But yeah. Anyway, that Naito match was crap. Here, see the thing?